What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's Black Friday, and I got some cool things to talk about. This is a little RC car from Eachine and Emacs. They call it the EAT03. That's right, the EAT03. Goofy name. I don't know why they named it that, but this is an FPV package. It's like 95 bucks. I've got a coupon code down below for 22% off of that. So for like 70 bucks, you get this little car, and you can see right there, it's got a camera, right? This is like the Tiny Hawk camera, and I was driving this around. It's actually, I was a little disappointed at first because of the size. It's so small. I'm like, that's a dinky little car, but it's perfect for flying right under the furniture, driving right under the furniture. That's right. I'm used to flying drones, so this is obviously something different. But yeah, you get these goggles, the car, and a remote. It's pretty easy to drive. My son, he's 10. He gets a blast out of driving this. I was chasing the dog. He really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think this is the easiest way to get into FPV. Driving a car, certainly a lot easier than flying a drone. And for $100, you get this package. You can use these goggles that I got here with any drone you want. So if you decide to get into FPV flying as well, you can. Now, like I said, we were having lots of fun with this. Comes with a 300 milliamp hour battery. I found the 450 sticks that come with the Tiny Hawk and whatnot. They work just perfectly. So it's fun. We had it outside. I was chasing this with the Tiny Hawk S. Right, so we're doing a car versus drone battle, which was a whole lot of fun. See if I could kind of follow him this way. Yeah, so if you're looking for something fun, this is it. I also got something in the mail today. Now I have not tried this out yet, but I've been looking at it. This is the Megabe from IFly. Look at that. The frame, it's solid. Now I built a couple of Cinewhoops. And I can just tell you the quality on this, top notch, right? So you can see this guy I got here. This is the Tyro 79 build on a donut frame. That's probably like the low cost option. You can do that for like 100. What did I build it for? Just over $100. This guy is checking in close to almost $300. So this is not cheap, but it's also not cheap, right? High quality parts, good antenna. I got an FR Sky, what is it, XSR or something like that. Drawing a blank. Something quality Caddx camera here. Just really good parts. Look at those motors. Kind of hard to, yeah, you can kind of see those Zing motors in there. Yeah, it's good stuff. So really high quality parts going into this. So what I'm thinking about doing is, Cinewhoop versus Mavic Mini. I got a Mavic Mini. Actually, Chris has it right now. I'm going to get it from him tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some comparisons with this. What do you guys think? Is that something you want to see? Let me know. I'd be glad to do that. Gosh, they even put a right angle USB, right? So you can get at it without having to take the ducts off. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this thing looks. Like I said, I have not actually flown it yet, but we'll get to that. Hopefully, if it's not raining tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, which that's such a bummer, right? You get a new toy and you want to fly it, and you can't. Anyway, today is Black Friday, so let's talk about that. I've got a link down below if you want to see. I've been scoping the Black Friday deals for you from DJI, Banggood, and Amazon. I got links, in the article below, but Banggood's got tons of stuff, right? Whether it's drone related or anything else. G'day, mate. G'day, mate from Australia. Love it. You guys have good weather down there? It's freezing up here. Gosh. Anyway, Banggood, check out those sales there. I even got a spreadsheet where they gave me some exclusive codes. They said, hey, Jack, what are some products you'd like us to offer your viewers discounts on? And, just tons of stuff. So check out the link below for the Banggood deals. There's also, like I said, Amazon and DJI deals. Speaking of DJI deals, if you have not experienced flying FPV yet, when I say FPV, I mean I mean digital FPV from DJI. It is, yikes, sad there. It's a treat, right? It is pretty different, pretty fantastic. But just the clarity coming out of the air unit here, something you want to check out. Now, I built this drone. If you want to see how I did that, there's a video. You know, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna do some more content on this, but yeah, you're gonna want to see the images coming out here. It's just super nice on these goggles. Now, while they're not the most comfortable, they give me the best picture, right? It just, analog cannot compete with what DJI is doing. The only sad thing is, this is a big drone and I really like flying little stuff. You know, I love the toothpicks, I love the whoops, and you're not gonna get a toothpick or whoop with this giant air unit on there. They do make some 3 inches, which is pretty cool. So, you know, check that out. Other stuff, you know what? It's time to get real. I got a couple of 5 inchers here that I got to talk about. First one here, this is the LEL5. Now, I've flown this a handful of times. Love it. It's got this Caddx Tarsier camera. Now, here's the problem. I crashed it. And I crashed it before I realized I had to flash the SD card on board with the Caddx Tarsier before it record, so I don't have any 4K footage. Now, for whatever reason, I'm having serious issues getting my VTX to work now. I've replaced it. Works when I test it on the bench and I get it out to the field and I'm trying to fly and I can't. So I can only fly this line of sight, which, what fun is that? Anyway, I did get some footage from the camera flying line of sight, but you know, this thing isn't made to fly line of sight. Look at those monstrous motors, right? 2507s. You're not going to see anything nearly that big. But yeah, you know what? The point is, I crash. Everybody crashes and things break, and that's a pain. Especially, you know, these drones coming out of China, these Eachines, they tend to break a little bit easier. That's just the way it is. Like, these are really neat components, but the quality control isn't always the best. So that's just something you got to think about. I do really like Eachine products because they're inexpensive, but with that comes the lack of quality control. So, you know, you got to kind of keep that in mind. And then that brings me to this one. This is the Emacs Hawk Pro 5, right? And this one also suffered a crash. This one was really more of my fault than anything else. I hit a playground trying to do like this sweet little spin as I, you know, kind of, you know, split it, but I didn't. And I cracked the camera. So I had to replace this. I bought a Caddx Ratel. I had to router out. I used a Dremel to kind of open this so I could get that fat camera in there. And of course, it's out of focus. So I got to pull the canopy off, twist the lens until I get it just right. But, you know, the point is, flying drones can be a difficult and frustrating hobby. And, you know, if that's how you're feeling, you're not alone, because, you know, guys like me that fly quite a bit, you know, we still have issues as well. So just know that there are issues. Everybody has them. Maybe I have even more than most people, seemingly. My drones, you know, if you look at this wall behind me, spoiler alert, most of them are broken. And a lot of that is because I crash. And, you know, my job is to test and I push them to the limits. And how do I know where the limit is? Until I cross it. And that's when things crash and that's when things break. And then I'm back into how do I fix it? But yeah, so I do spend a lot of time fixing things, just like you do too if you fly. Anyway, don't forget to check out the description below if you're interested in an RC car. Super fun. I do think that is a really excellent way to get into FPV hobby. And then maybe from there you upgrade to a Tiny Hawk or something like that. But if you're not into that, hey, that's cool. You know, go ahead and check out some of those other links. We got a question here. Hey guys, if you got questions, if you're watching, I'd love to hear what you're wondering. So, isn't digital problematic in that you either do or do not have a signal, whereas the analog, your signal will fade before it is lost? You know, that used to actually be the case, but that is not the case anymore. Great question. Kind of the way that the digital FPV works with DJI is the signal kind of degrades from the out, where they call it focus mode, where the center of the image is crystal clear, and then the outside here, kind of moving out, kind of gets blocky or pixelates a little bit. I would say it's still easier to see and fly through than analog, where you get the waves kind of coming through, or the the snow. You don't get that, and you can kind of tell, you don't push the limits because eventually you can't see. But yeah, I've gotten better range. Gosh, no, it's better. It is absolutely better. And I actually fly it using the radio link and video link to the DJI remote here, and I get good range like you would get on like on a Crossfire. So and Crossfire plus rapid fire, you get all that in the DJI stuff. You can actually change the focus mode, so it kind of stays uniform, right? And then the trade-off is latency. You get a tiny bit more latency, which I would rather not deal with. I'd rather deal with pixelation on the outside, right? Where the center is still pretty focused and good to fly with. But yeah, actually, go ahead and check out my video. I have an example of that where I'll show you what the image is coming out of the goggles. You can see kind of the center of the image is solid, whereas the outside starts to pixelate a little bit, but still way better than flying any analog that I've ever experienced. But yeah, you guys have any other questions before I get going? I'm going to start building reviews for these drones. I want to get out, and it's really dark now, but I'll do some more RC car driving. That's fun. I'll get my son, throw the goggles on his face, and let him chase the dog a little bit. Loads of fun. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you check out those links below. They are affiliate links. That's how you can help support this channel. I'd love for you to do so. If not, hey, no big deal. If you don't think I've earned your link clicking, that's cool. Just search it up on Amazon or DJI. Anything that that your little heart desires. But no, those affiliate links, they don't cost you a thing. Hey, I appreciate you watching. RBFBN, whatever that stands for. Throw a shrimp on the bar before me. That's probably a terrible American joke. Sorry. And actually, yeah, well, I'm not going to get any of that. But have a great day. Good luck and happy flying. I do.